What up, African world, and welcome back to another video of African history, culture, and worldview, and welcome back to my series, A Closer Look. Today, we're going to be taking a closer look at the Kalenjin people. And as always, if you'd like to support the home team on these videos and future animated projects, you may do so on patreon.com. Also, go to Afrographics.com, a website where you can get resources and illustrative infographics on African history. All links in the description box below. The Kalenjin are a Nilotic people composed of several subgroups that mainly live in Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. The name Kalenjin for both the people and their language was adopted in the 1940s and reportedly means I tell you. The Kipsigi and the Nandi are the two largest subgroups of the Kalenjin people. The Kalenjin are estimated to number around 5 million people today, making them the fourth largest ethnic group in Kenya, and they're said to have originated around the northern tip of Lake Turkana in Kenya. The oral history of the Kalenjin is indeed filled with many wonders. Some of the oral history agrees with modern historical analysis, but it has some additions. The most popular oral account says that the Kalenjin homeland is a place north of Kenya they called Amatad Borgay, which they say means the hot country. Some have speculated that this country could be modern-day Sudan or Egypt. The Kalenjin claim that from there they moved southward along the Nile, settling in modern-day Kenya. What's even more interesting in my opinion is that some Kalenjin elders give us very detailed information as to why they left Egypt. The elders claim that they left because they were attacked by a mysterious people they called Kepeyayamunkin. They say it was during the reign of a pharaoh they called Kipchium. Some suggest that this event occurred around the same time of the Persian invasion of Egypt in 525 BC. This oral history is very specific and I personally find it fascinating. Even though I can't really confirm the validity of this particular oral account, there are many who subscribe to it. According to modern-day historical accounts, the Kalenjin began moving south from their homeland along the eastern side around 500 BC, which again is in alignment with the Persian invasion of Egypt. They introduced a new form of age sets and expanded the so-called warrior period, which gave the Kalenjin a reputation for military strength. Age sets or age grades are a way of organizing society in many African cultures. They usually start with a form of coming-of-age ceremony, which for boys can involve circumcision. All boys or girls born within the span of several years go through the ceremonies together and subsequently go through all stages of life together. Age sets are a way of solidifying the group as a whole by providing an alternate to family ties. Age sets cross-cut kinship lines and frequently form a stronger basis for relationships than kinship. In southern Africa, age sets served as the basis for military regiments organized by the Zulu. The Kalenjin and other Nilites during their migration south modified their age sets, reducing the total number from 8 to 2 important stages. Both boys and girls are children until around age 15. The boys are brought together, circumcised, and after a period of healing, become muren or warriors. The warriors mark their status with elaborate beadwork and wear their hair long, braided or twisted, and smeared with red clay. They stay in the warrior stage for around 15 to 20 years before they go through the next stage of life ceremony. The Kalenjin, like many other Nilotic people, were heavily involved with cattle as a way of life. Among the hunter-gatherer populations they absorbed are the Okik, who began making a type of pottery named after them, which was traded in much of East Africa. The Bantu Expansion was a huge event that displaced many groups of people as they conquered much territory. After the Bantu population arrived in East Africa, however, they were not able to dislodge the Kalenjin people. Around 700, Bantu cultivators added crops such as banana that were able to be grown in the highland areas, challenging Kushite control. The Kalenjin were able to resist Bantu challenges and, in general, the Bantu moved around them. Bantu populations also brought with them iron tools and weapons, but the Kalenjin did not adopt iron weapons until after the 8th century. As mentioned before, the Kalenjin are mainly pastoralists, and cattle play a major role in their lives. Cattle and their products give clothes, food, and even housing to the people. Cattle raiding played and still plays a major role in Kalenjin life and in their social organization. The warrior class, or Murin as mentioned before, developed in order to protect their own cattle herds. Most Kalenjin today claim that they're either Christian or Muslims, but their traditional religion plays a significant role in their lives. Their traditional religion is monotheistic and has a powerful god or goddess called Isis, who is associated with the sun. The word Isis means both God and sun, and some have given more weight to Kalenjin claims of Egyptian origin based on the similarities between Isis and the Egyptian god Isis or Aset. Prayers to Isis are given before sunrise. Under Isis is Alat, who, though not a god, controls thunder and lightning. In addition, there are the Oyik or spirits of the dead who can interfere with human life. There are also diviners or Orkoik who can contact the spirits and find out what they want and what needs to be done to set things right, often in the form of an offering of meat or beer. Well, I'm all out, guys. Hopefully you learned something about the Kalenjin people. If you like these videos and want to help out in its continued production, please consider supporting the home team on patreon.com. The link is in the description box below. Know thyself. Remember your ancestors. Peace.